Colors that you can see, such as the gold color, the yellow color, and the light green, and the turquoise represent the ocean, and then the green and the yellow is the mother nature, the surface of the earth. And then you can see this cracks going on, and that cracks is actually formed through the hot air that I try to put on top of that.
Zia Atai is a former refugee from Ghazni, Afghanistan. He came to Sydney, Australia in 2005. In 2007, Zia and his family moved to Melbourne and has lived there since. Through the opportunities presented to him by the Australian government, Zia was able to go to school, live in a safe country, and pursue his passion for art while starting his life in a new country.
Relax.
Zia faced many obstacles when he started his art career. However, that didn't stop him from doing what he loved.
My first painting, The Afghan Girl, after submitting it to exhibition, I couldn't get into, and I was very upset. I was holding the painting, traveling back home from city, and one gentleman, he saw the painting on the train, and he asked me, how much you want to sell this painting? And I just laughed and I said, I don't know, this is my first painting. And he asked me, can you tell me a little bit about the painting? I was upset, I was not happy because I couldn't get into the competition. But I tried to explain the painting, and he got very excited. He offered me $100. So my first painting got sold for $100. So that was the motivation. I took the $100 note, I came to Dandenong, I went to the art shop, and I bought a few canvases, brush, paint, and that's when I started making more paintings.
Since then, Zia started his art career by drawing portraits of his family, friends, and anyone that took his interest. Later, he slowly moved to abstract painting.
Since the last 2 years, I've been doing acrylic pouring, which is a very specific form of art, and where you can actually play around with different type of materials, different type of colors. The layers that you can see in here, it looks like a photographs taken from like an aerial shot, from a chopper, and it creates this beautiful crust, and it separates from each. So you can see these lines going in through. It's kind of like the river.
Zia says that several artists have influenced his abstract painting. He is still learning and appreciating the process of abstract painting, which he has been doing for the past 7 years.
I have a very strong connection with my abstract paintings because it's not just a painting, it's my emotion, it's the mental health, mental issues that I went through. So each painting represents emotion.
Zia says he enjoys the various views and interpretations he receives from the audience who come to see his art.
When it comes to my audience, I try to allow them to go into the painting. And that is the interesting part, because every human being have a different feeling towards color, size, style.
Many things inspire Zia's art, but photography has been a major source of inspiration for him.
I took quite a lot of photographs. I combine them. I make a collage. I do my layers and layers, and then I start painting.
In 2013, Zia purchased a small camera, and since then photography has become another of his artistic passions. Zia believes that there is a strong connection between painting and photography.
I was inspired by his photography. They are so simple, and on the other hand, it is so strong.
As a former refugee, Zia inspires to share the stories of refugees through his art. In 2016, Zia started a series called Stories from the Other Side, which features thousands of refugees stranded in Indonesia.
I decided to go to Indonesia, a place called Bogor, Cisarua, where over 10,000 refugees live in limbo. I went there for about a month, and I ran 2 weeks of workshops for refugees, and that's where I met a lot of refugees, a lot of families, a lot of people that are stranded there for almost from 5 years to 10 years without any outcomes. So their life, the way they are living, really inspired me, and that's where I started documenting stories from the other side.
This series inspired him to feature up to 40 portraits of those refugees, which have helped him to hold several successful exhibitions. Zia has received national recognition for 3 of his paintings, such as in 2018, the portrait of Arwin taken in Melbourne was a finalist at the National Portrait Prize in Canberra. And in 2019, Zia's self-portrait called The Truth won the 2nd prize at Monash Gallery of Art.
My plans are to run workshops for the Afghan community, for the wider community, to be able to share my knowledge with other creative people.
Community support is essential in assisting artists to continue with their art. However, like Zia, many artists have struggled to find support from the community.
I haven't received any types of support or help from my community. I'll be very honest.
Unfortunately, most artists do not feel supported by the community. As a result, talented artists are discouraged from pursuing their dreams.
I'm hoping that the work can get recognized more, so I can actually run workshops for people who are interested, especially for the young generation. And I'm very keen for that, because it's a way of learning and at the same time giving back to the community.
Zia has created over 40 painting pieces. Some of his paintings were sold, given to exhibitions, or donated to charities.
That simple sort of background environmental portrait.
As a community, we can support our artists by learning about their arts, taking their classes, attending their exhibitions, purchasing their art, and spreading the word to our family and friends. Zia and many other emerging artists depend on the community's support to continue in their artistic journeys.